Happy fall, y'all. Can you believe it is already fall? Like, where did the year go? It's almost completely over. Time is truly a thief, and it goes by so much quicker as you get older. And when you're a kid, you just do not understand that. You have all of these adults telling you that it's going to fly by and to enjoy your time being a little kiddo, and you just want to drive and have your license and have your freedom and be able to do whatever you want. And you just don't realize that one day you will be there, and you're gonna take a look around and be like, where did the time go? Like, what the heck just happened? Anywho, I hope you all are doing amazing and enjoying the fall. The air is crisp and the leaves are changing color. It's beautiful out, at least where I live. I've been trying to at least spend an hour outside every single day, and I think that's really helped lift my mood, especially when I spend 12 plus hours a day inside of a hospital where there are no windows. The ER, at least where I work, has no windows. I know when we go upstairs to the medical floor or the ICU, there's light and it's glorious, but we don't really have windows, and so it can get a little gray in there. I am so excited to be bringing you guys along for a week in my life as a registered nurse in the emergency department. Got a lot of stuff planned and going on, and it's gonna be a good time. Today is Friday, actually. I had such a lovely morning with my mom. I'll tell you guys all about it. And then the next 4 days, I work 4 12-hour shifts in a row. And then after that, I have a couple appointments, and Camper and I are gonna go on a hike outside, and we will bring you along for all of that. But anyways, today is the day before I work 4 12-hour shifts, and I usually like to set myself up for success and prepare things and make my space clean, prepare all of my meals for work, and just set a good tone for the next 4 days, since I really won't have a lot of time. No, I really won't have any time to do anything other than sleep when I get home. So that's really important to me. A clean space, atmosphere just makes everything so much better. So that's what we'll be doing this evening, and that is why I ran a couple errands with my mom, and we went to a holiday market, and it was overwhelming because first of all, there's so many people out, and I think that's just how it is around this time of year. People are just out and about and shopping and doing all the things. Regardless, we had a lot of fun at the holiday market, and it's always so great and wonderful to be able to see these small businesses and help them and support them and talk with people, because I think that's just so wonderful. We live in a time where there's so much consumerism going on, and it's really nice to be able to see something somebody put their heart and soul into and help support them. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got. I initially went there with the intentions of like getting holiday decor, because I've actually never had my own Christmas tree or anything like that, but I didn't really get anything like that. I didn't get much, quite honestly, but it was so fun. Okay, so we went to the holiday market, and the first thing I got, I think I might spend more money on Camper than I do on myself. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. So it's a little bandana, and it says, I still live with my parents. How cute is that? I got a free little Christmas ornament. This is my first official Christmas ornament for my tree that I do not have, but we will be getting that soon. And then I discovered this cute little pop-up shop where everything is made handmade, first of all, with pressed flowers. So I got this wooden tray. Beautiful. I got a little coffee mug. It was only $10, and it's handmade and it's cute. Has the little imprint for your thumb too. Little checkered pattern. And lastly, I got, what is this called? A pop socket? I think that's what they're called. You guys have to admit, that's pretty stinking cute. So I'm excited to use these items. Really excited. So that is everything I got from the holiday market. And then what else did we do? Oh, we ran to Costco because that's where I really needed to go. And my mom took me there because my car is in the shop right now and I have a rental car, and she was helping me with that. So shout out, thank you mom, you're the best. We went to Costco and I just needed like basic things. I got some paper towels, toilet paper, fabric softener, laundry pods, all of those things. And then I snagged a couple items for camper too. I wanted to show you guys them. This is so cute. These are little baby salmons. Also, peep the little, I don't know if that's a golden retriever or a Labrador or what, but it kind of looks like him. But Camper loves soft toys. He doesn't tear them apart anymore now that he's a 2-year-old man, and I see him looking directly at me. So let's give him one of these right now. Do you have a toy? He said thank you. He really did. He's so appreciative. I also got some soup dumplings. I think it's chicken veggies. I've been getting them from Trader Joe's, but this is a 6-pack of 6 trays, and it was a really good deal. So I got those. We will try those. And then we have a little box of goodies here. Nothing really that special. Oh yeah, I opened these up at Costco because I was so excited to try these. I will say, these are, well, I don't even know if you saw what they are, but they're like dried peaches. It tastes exactly like an apricot. There's nothing wrong with apricots, but we're in the same family. But they're good. They're good. We got those. We got a pack of chapsticks. You guys, this is 12 chapsticks for $19.99. Normally these are like $3 each. You gotta find a deal when you can find a deal, because life is expensive these days. Bought a container of raspberries for breakfast to mix in with my yogurt. And then normally on a day like today, I would prepare meals for my 12-hour shifts, like I'd meal prep and cook and all of that. But we're not gonna be doing that because I found these, which I got last winter. They're so good. They're the Santa Fe chicken salads. And guess what? There's 4 of them in there. 4 for 4 shifts. It's perfect. And then if I get hungry too, because it's just a salad, I grabbed these chicken sandwiches on like flatbread. And guess what? There's 4 of them in there too. So I'll bring 1 salad, 1 sandwich to work, and then just like my normal snacks that I'll show you guys. And that is the haul. I need to get everything put in the fridge, freezer, and yeah, clean out my house, do some laundry. Good morning, you guys. I am just finishing up getting ready for shift 3 out of 4. My hair was pretty gross because I had put a lot of like styling cream in it, and so I washed it and I'm letting it air dry, and it's naturally curly, but I feel like it gets so poofy. So if you guys have naturally curly hair and have any recommendations for products that you really like that help with like frizz but also keep your curl but doesn't make your hair like crunchy and gross, please drop your products or tips down below. I would really appreciate that. Anyways, I did not talk to you guys much. Actually, in fact, I didn't talk to you guys at all yesterday, and for that I apologize, but yesterday was a pretty good day. I had a couple critical patients that went up to the ICU. It's always sad when you check in a patient in the ER and their chief concern is one thing, and then they get admitted for something totally unrelated and they go to the ICU, and it was just like completely unexpected. I feel like that's hard to see, and I just feel bad. Again, I've said this before in my other videos, but I always feel like it's just the sweetest, nicest, most genuine people that get this awful news. So that happened kind of early on in the middle of my shift, and then towards the end of my shift I had something happen that I want to share with you guys for learning purposes, because it was sort of a system-wide failure. It was my patient, it was my situation, but I just want to share my experience, maybe to help you guys out or just remind you that we should always go back to the basics when it comes to nursing. I had a patient arrive with a clogged PICC line, per EMS, per the facility. They arrive, I call the facility, and this patient's receiving IV antibiotics. That's why the PICC line is in place. And it just became a quick assumption to pull the PICC line, place a peripheral IV, and then send the patient back to the facility. And being in the ER, myself included, I've only been there a little over a year, I've never pulled a PICC line because I feel like usually they would get placed there over being pulled there. So I've never pulled a PICC line. I was scrambling around asking advice from my coworkers, asking if anybody has experience pulling a PICC line, and not a lot of people did. Again, because I feel like if you work primarily in the ER, it's not something that we do too often. There was one nurse who helped me. He's had experience with it before. I think that's because he's worked in other places other than the ER. And so we went and we pulled the patient's PICC line, and in the middle of pulling it, he brings up this point about flushing it with Alteplase, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. We had the policy right in front of us of pulling it out, so we did everything correctly. And I was like, let's pull it because that's the provider's order. The provider wants us to pull it. And then we pulled it, and then after the fact, it became this big discussion of the PICC line should not have been pulled so quickly. I forgot to just assess the PICC line. I forgot to assess, really, is it occluded? Can we try something before we pull this out? Because it's a somewhat invasive procedure. It's time consuming for that patient to go get that PICC line. And obviously it's there for a reason, because they're receiving important medications that they need. Furthermore, it became a learning experience for me and other people as well, that obviously you would want to try to flush it first because it can develop this fibrin sheath and seem like it's occluded. The PICC line came out, we sent it off for cultures just in case there was any bacteria or growth or anything like that happening, and then we placed a peripheral IV and sent them back. But it became a situation where, I don't know, I feel bad about, obviously, because I don't want this patient to have to go get another PICC line placed because we pulled it out, and maybe it could have been flushed and maybe we could have saved it. It was just a simple overlook on my part personally, because I should have been advocating for this patient of doing my assessment as a nurse. I'm asking other people for help or their advice or their opinion, and I just forget to go back to the basics of assessment before you intervene. I charted and documented everything. it just could have been handled probably differently. And I don't know, you learn things every day when you're working. I don't care what floor you are in the hospital, you always are learning things. And now this will never ever happen again, because I feel like the mistakes that you make are the biggest lessons that you learn, and you will always remember them when caring for patients in the future. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I guess my biggest takeaway was always remember to assess the situation first. That's the first basic thing that we learn in nursing before we do any sort of interventions. Assess. I'm gonna finish getting ready, and then we're heading to shift 3 out of 4 like I said. I got a good amount of sleep last night, so I'm feeling pretty energized, and it's gonna be a good day. I am home from work. It was one of those days that I need to get my clothes off and I need to get in the shower. You know, when you know you have stuff on you. I should not be sitting even on my floor, my scrubs, but I needed a snack. And I wanted to fill you guys in on today, which was the most Monday of all Mondays. My gosh. Mondays are seriously, from what I've noticed, the busiest day of the entire week in the emergency department. I think it's because the weekend's over and everything is catching up to people, and we were just insanely busy all day. I left and it was still really busy. I had a lot of patients that were being admitted, so another problem was it seemed like we were boarding a lot of patients excuse me, in the ER. So they were admitted and there wasn't necessarily beds available for them upstairs, so it just adds more volume of patients to our ER and less rooms available to actual ER patients. I feel like I was just doing a lot of tasks. We had a lot of orders like blood cultures, urine, all the labs, CT scans, all the things, ambulation assessments on like every patient. So I was pretty busy with orders after orders. Trying to think of something I can share with you guys. Okay, well, how many of you guys are trained in ultrasound IVs? I feel like every other shift I have at least one patient that I cannot start a line on, and it's not because I don't try, it's because maybe I don't literally feel anything on their arms. And of course I always have other people look, and then maybe they end up getting an ultrasound IV. It's like at least one patient every other day I'm at the hospital, and sometimes it's more than that. And after we have been in the ER for a year, we can get signed off on ultrasound IVs. And so I think there's something that I'm going to do soon. Although I do feel like people that know how to do them not necessarily get taken advantage of, but they get pulled a lot of times to go help with an IV, and it can take like 20-ish minutes. It can hinder you from doing your patient care. So I think it's a good idea to like trade off with somebody, like, okay, if I start this IV for you, will you go start these fluids for me, or something like that. I think that's something I want to work towards within the next couple of months, is getting trained in ultrasound IVs, just so I can do them independently and not have to hunt somebody down in the ER to help me, because sometimes I feel bad. People are in the middle of stuff, and sometimes you need that IV. You need access immediately. You need to get blood for the lab, for blood cultures, before you can start antibiotics, any medications. So overall, a good day. A busy day, but a good day. And yeah, I think I drank my Celsius a little bit too late at work, so I'm like pretty wired right now. So hopefully eating these, and I'm gonna make some soup dumplings, will help me get tired and go to bed. We got one more shift. We will see you guys in the morning. I have never been more excited to have the next 6 days off as I am right now. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord Jesus, Savior. We did it. We did it. And actually, we got off an hour early. I would call that a success. Now we are going to head home and pick up camper and maybe pick up some Taco Bell because I'm feeling like I deserve to celebrate. And then, oh, I need to stop this. What am I doing? I do not know how to work this car. Also tomorrow I'm getting my vehicle back, thank goodness. And we have some fun things planned for tomorrow too. So it's so nice to finish your like scheduled 12-hour shifts and know that you just have some time off where you can relax and like decompress and recoup and sleep in and just do things that fill your cup, because when you're working 12-hour shifts, between those shifts there's just not a lot of time for yourself. It's just not possible. So I'm so happy. I am going to put on a podcast now and drive home. Good morning, you guys. I had every intention of waking up early today and taking camper on a hike outside because it is a beautiful day out, and like going and watching the sunrise. But when my alarm went off, I was so tired because I didn't like fall asleep last night until like 1 or 2 in the morning for some reason. So that didn't happen. We didn't go on our hike outside like I wanted us to. But that's okay, it's a beautiful day out, so I think we're gonna go on a little walk and enjoy the day and grab like a matcha, coffee, or hot chocolate or tea. I didn't chat with you guys yesterday because it was my first day off after working 4 shifts in a row, and I usually like to spend the day just relaxing and gathering my thoughts and cleaning up my home and like running a couple errands, but like taking it easy on myself. I went to TJ Maxx and just looked around at like their Christmas decor since I don't really have any of that yet. And then I went to Ashley's Furniture because I'm in the process of ordering a couch, a sectional. That's why I've been working so many extra shifts, because couches are expensive and I just want to get a really nice new one that's comfortable, so that when I have friends and family over, everybody can sit on it. And just, I don't know, this is like my first really big purchase besides my vehicle. What else did I do? Oh, I got my vehicle back yesterday. Halla freaking Luya. After my last shift, it was like 11:30 at night. I was really low on gas and I meant to get gas before I got on the freeway to head home from work, and it totally spaced me. And then the gas alarm was going off in my car on the freeway, and I'm like, shoot, I hope I don't run out of gas, but I'll have to get gas at the gas station before I pick up camper. So I go to the gas station to get gas. I'm trying to figure out which side the gas tank is on, because I haven't put any gas in it before. And I pull up to the gas station and I pulled up on the wrong side. I got out of the car and looked, and so I turned the car back on, drove forward because I was trying to turn around so I can, you know, fuel the gas on the right. Is this making any sense? I was trying to turn the car around so the gas tank was next to the gas pump. Okay, there we go. So I go forward like a couple of feet, and then all of a sudden the car just like stalls. It just like stops on me. It won't let me press the gas and go forward. I'm like, what is happening? Did I just run out of gas at this gas station? Like from me turning the car off and then turning it back on, it was like, nope, you can't go anymore, no more fuel. What a convenient place for this to happen. At least I'm already at the gas station. So I got out of the car, and the car was just like too far forward for me to take the gas pump and reach the gas tank. So I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? It's like 11:30 at night. I have to go into the gas station and ask for help. I asked if they had like a gas can so I could put gas in that and then put in the car. And then this guy helped me, and he was like, no, let's just put your car in neutral and then we'll just like push it closer. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It's so much easier. Thank you so much. Like, this is a rental car, I swear. Like, I've never had this happen before. So he gets out there to help me, and you guys, I'm in the car. I have the car neutral. He's trying to push this vehicle and he can't push it. And he's like, are you sure you're in neutral? I'm like, yeah, I'm in neutral. He's like, do you have the parking brake on? I'm like, no, I've never put the parking brake on in this car. I don't even know where it's at. Like, no. Are you sure you don't have the parking brake on? I'm like, no. He comes around on the driver's side. He looks, he says, you have the parking brake on. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know where the parking brake is at. This car is a newer car, like, and it's fancier than my Jeep. The parking brake gets turned on by a button. So I must have accidentally hit a button, you guys. And so he unclicked it, and then there we go. The car drove, and I wasn't out of gas, and that was so embarrassing. Not embarrassing that I had to ask for help. I am just like disappointed in myself that I couldn't figure out that the parking brake was on. Like, what the heck? That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that I turned the car around and was trying to put gas in it, and I couldn't figure out how to open the gas tank door, the little door. In my vehicle, I just open it up. In most vehicles, I feel like there's a lever or a button to push. I'm like running around the car with a flashlight, trying to figure out where this button's at. I'm looking in the manual, still can't figure it out, probably for like 10 minutes. Like, these people at this gas station probably thought I was a freaking lunatic. And then I finally YouTubed it. And all you have to do is like tap it, and then it opens up, and then you can put gas in the car. I'm like, seriously? Who invents this stuff? It's so nice, but for people like me, I don't know how to do any of that. So after that, I was like, just wanted to cry. Like, it just became such a big ordeal, and I was just so tired, and I wanted to go home and wanted to get Taco Bell. I didn't even go get Taco Bell. I just came home and showered and went to bed at the camper. Come on. Yay. Cheers. Hello, you guys. I just finished getting ready and we are heading to Friendsgiving. I cooked a veggie dish that is so delicious. I'm gonna link the recipe down below. I think I had a friend from nursing school that made it last year for like another Friendsgiving, and it was so yummy and we all wanted the recipe, so I made it. You can like add other veggies that you like in it. It's so tasty.
Cheers to good friendships. Cheers to being single. Cheers to hard workers. Cheers to all the occasions coming up and the memories that we've made and have yet to make. Cheers to good food, good drinks. Cheers to loss,
and a good life.
and a good life, and the best year coming up. And cheers. Perfect.
Drop it. Kipper. Hey, where are you going? Come here. Come here. You guys, what is happening? Kipper, drop the frisbee. Camper, this is not how you play frisbee. Help! My dog is broken.